Okay, back. Segment 2 of video 2. Um, it's like a race against time with the daylight. I like last year itself. I ended up buying a set of lights, like for making videos, but with all the stuff in my room, there's literally no space for me to set the lights up. Um, but hopefully once I've gotten some stuff out of the boxes and I have a little bit more space in the room, then I won't really have to rely on natural daylight. I can just set up all these like lights in my room and then keep them and make videos even in the middle of the night. We'll see. So okay, Funko Pops. I thought, you know what, even though like I was working, now that I'm not working and not earning, I should honestly cut down on everything that I'm buying, and I will. That was the whole reason why I wanted to get back into art, because instead of buying figures and collectibles, then I'd be able to just draw and have a collection of my fandoms, right? So I will do that. But in the meantime, while I had all those ideas in my head, like on that Pop in a Box website, I still had a shopping cart with pops that when they got released, I would be like, oh yeah, that's a good one. So I put it in the cart, and then for like 8 months, 9 months, I didn't buy anything, right? I just had stuff in the cart, and I kept thinking, okay, you know what, if they have a sale or a good deal, then maybe I'll just buy a whole bunch, because from that website they don't charge tax. So like if I buy a pop from a store, like let's say Eevee Games, there's 13% tax, right? On this website, let's say the pops are $14.95 for one pop. There's no tax on the pop itself, like when you buy it, but they do charge a flat rate of $5 for shipping. So logically it makes more sense, if you are going to buy something and you're paying the $5 for shipping, you might as well buy a whole bunch, right? Because then it's just spread out. But so while that was in the back of my head, like they came out with the Boku no Hero, a new line of pops, and then they had like first they came out with Bulbasaur. I didn't buy that. I ended up buying it from a store, but and then Charmander, Squirtle, Pikachu, and now Eevee, right? Pikachu, the original one, when they came out, I think it was just in Target, so that's in America. I can't access it here. When you look online, other people that are selling them, they're selling them for way more than like it's worth, so I didn't end up buying those. But when they had another release of Pikachu, I thought, you know what, so that I added it to my shopping cart, and I had like maybe, let's say, 25 pops in my shopping cart, and I thought, okay, if they have a good deal, I'll buy it. They never had the good deal, and one day when I went on and I checked, about 6 of the pops that I had in my cart had just disappeared. So I was like, that means they got sold out. And like, there's a higher chance, honestly, of finding them through that website than me going to EB Games or a physical retail store in my city, because I'm not going to drive outside my city. I'm too lazy, right? I have driven a while back, when I bought so Facebook Marketplace has, or at least it used to have, when pops weren't as big, some of the people that had started collecting, like when they first came out from 2012, 2011, those pops, like you can't even find them in stores anymore. Those guys, they just, I guess they got over their fancy of collecting pops, or maybe they either needed the cash or the space, and they were willing to part with them, so they were selling them on Facebook Marketplace. There was a couple pops that I ended up buying, but some of the guys I met, like, there's a mall in my city. It's maybe like 10-12 minutes away from me, so it's not that far. One guy that I ended up buying 2 pops from, you know what, I'll when I talk about those pops, I'll bring them out. They're in the cupboard, but that one, I'll find out how far I ended up driving. It's actually not that far, considering everything in Canada. Canada is huge, right? But for me personally, being the lazy guy I am who doesn't drive anywhere, that was pretty big. But those are the only 2 pops that I had driven or gone that far to get, and they were, it was a good deal. And those were older pops that, like, if you go to buy them online now, they'd probably go for about $100 for one of them, easily. But what I ended up doing was, when I saw all those pops disappear from my shopping cart, I thought, you know what, maybe even if there isn't a sale, I'll just get them, because I don't want to end up paying way more or feeling that, like, my collection isn't complete. Because even this Boku no Hero line, right, I kind of got late getting into it. So Tenya, right, he's one of the characters. He was from the first line. His pop, if you can't even buy that now. They're selling his pop for like $300-$400 for one pop, right? And it's not even an exclusive thing. It's just, I guess, the people that bought them, and the show is such a huge hit, right? It's in such high demand, people can get away with selling it for that price. I'm not going to spend that much for a pop. I'll probably just draw him and then make myself feel like happy. But these other ones, I thought, you know what, if they're within my reach, because there were a couple other pops that I had wanted to get and then I didn't end up getting, like Moana. There was one where she's like on her boat with a couple of the other characters, and it was I remember seeing it when it was still out. Eevee Games, I was checking, it wasn't on any of the stores near me, like up on the mountain, but down the mountain, little bits away, they had one at the store, and I kept thinking, you know what, it's there, I can always go get it. And then one day when I checked, it wasn't there, and then when you check online now, it sells for like about $150. When it was selling in the store, it was selling for $30, right? From $30 to $150. So I thought, you know what, I'll get these pops while I can. So I'm coming up close on another 10-minute mark. So what I'll do is I'm gonna open up this one. This one, it is Tomura Shigaraki, right? He's one of the villains from Boku no Hero. This pop is an exclusive to Galactic Toys and Games. So it's in the States, nowhere near me here in Canada. So I bought it off of Amazon. People were selling it on Facebook Marketplace because they had ordered them, gotten them. They were selling them for $40 and up, right? So between 40 and 60 for this one. And I thought, you know what, I'm not going to buy it from them, but when I saw it on Amazon, I had it in my cart. I keep monitoring. I monitor them like almost every day. Just like I open it up, check and see if it goes up or down. If it goes down to a nice price, like this one came down to 25, right? That's good. If I had to go get an exclusive, like I got a couple exclusives from Eevee Games, The, the exclusives are about $20. With tax, maybe about 22. Or 18 and then 20, because I have a little bit of, I have that Platinum Edge discount card. So 25 isn't that bad compared to 40 and 60. So you know what, let's open this one up. I've got my handy dandy little pocket knife. I've had this since I came to Canada, since 2007. So you know what, I'm gonna open it from this side, and right now I don't know if you guys can see, but this is the only camera setup that I've got going on. Maybe later I'll have another one. Ooh, this is good. This is nice, and they've packaged it well. Look at that, bubble wrapped. I bought it from Amazon, from the Galactic Toys and Games, like the Galactic Toys and Collectibles, sorry, from their storefront, and they said that they would ship it with a pop protector, like a soft one, and it's really nice the way that they've shipped. Sometimes some of the stuff that you buy from Amazon, especially in the beginning, they would send them in, like, you know, the yellow envelopes with just bubble wrap lining on the inside, and then the pop is like the box is crushed and everything, and then you feel so sad. But this is really good. And look at that, this is nice. A nice pop protector. I bought like a set of pop protectors, but it was a set of like 20. So I only put a few of my pops, like some of the exclusive ones or some of the old ones, in protectors, because otherwise they're in my cabinets. They're pretty safe. Look at that. Yeah, that's good. Like, what I'll do is oh yeah, so here, this one, Tsuyu, was one of the pops that disappeared from my shopping cart from Pop in a Box. Like, out of the 25, one of the 6 that disappeared. And so this is the main reason that I ended up buying that whole set of pops. I couldn't, I'll talk about this one maybe in the next segment, but that was quite a trek to finally end up getting that one. I still haven't gotten it, but it should be coming soon, hopefully. But I'm happy about this one. They've done a really nice job shipping. I don't usually write reviews because I procrastinate, but the only other, like, some of the storefronts from Amazon, they package them and ship them very nicely, and you can see that effort. Like, I usually don't end up paying shipping. I look for stuff that, because I have Prime, so I look for stuff where I have shipping included. But like, this was Prime, so I didn't have to pay extra for shipping and handling. But they've done, like, it's a very commendable job that they've done. I'm happy about this. I'll continue in the next video. I'm just coming up on 15 minutes, so hopefully I won't dilly-dally. I'll unbox the other one, big one. Okay, be right back.